Hey divas, Kaden here. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for the love and support. I really appreciate it. Guys, if you're new, please don't forget to go ahead, hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and leave all your comments. So guys, today I'm going to come to you with another ear tutorial in which I turn this ear from this natural black color to what you see right here. So it's giving like the Beyonce vibes. So I'm going to be giving it like a chocolate brown look with some highlights and lowlights. So if you want to see how I do it, continue to watch. So guys, I'm just gonna go ahead and jump straight into it. So first, you're gonna go to the beauty supply store, pick up some BW2 powder, some cream developer, and I'll be using 2 mixing bowl and a plastic fork. So the thing is, I'm not gonna do, I see everybody doing the bleach bath method, but I won't be doing no bleach bath method. I'm just gonna go ahead, lay the wig flat on the floor, and then pour all the mixture on it, and then let it process to the desired color that I want. I'm just gonna let it lift so that I have a base to work with, because I don't just want to put the highlights in the natural black color. I want to go ahead and put the highlights and lowlights in the like a chocolate brown color. As you can see, I went ahead and I pour out too much BW2 powder, so I went ahead and take some out and then separate one of the powder that I had in one bowl. I just used that, just one bowl, and then mix it. And the mixture that I don't want it to be thick, and I don't want it to be too watery. I don't want it to be runny, but I want it to have like a nice consistency. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and just use my hand in a plastic bag because I couldn't find any gloves, so I just went ahead, used my hand in a plastic bag, and I'm just gonna go ahead and add the mixture all over to the unit. As you can see, I'm not going all the way up to the roots because I'm going to be looking for like dark roots. I don't want the roots to be light, super light, so I'm just gonna go ahead, add the mixture all over the unit, ensuring that all strands got like saturated in the mixture, so that I don't, even though I'm just doing a base, I'm not like going for like a set color. I just want a chocolate color. So if I have some highlights and lowlights while I do this process, it won't be a problem because I'm going to go ahead and do the highlights afterwards. After applying all the mixture, I'm just going to go ahead, fold the unit up in this plastic bag, and then let it sit for a couple of minutes before rinsing it out. Because I'm not going for like a light blonde color, I'm just going for chocolate brown. Maybe I'll let it sit for like 10-15 minutes and then rinse it out. After it has sit for that little amount of time, you can see the unit is lifted. It looks brighter than the color that I wanted, but once it's dry, you'll see that it looks chocolate brown. So as you can see, some parts look a little bit lighter than some, and as I said earlier, that won't be a problem because I'll be going in and doing some highlights. So I'm just gonna go ahead and rinse the unit out, use some shampoo, conditioner, and I'll be using a lot of stuff from the Iron collection, because those are good for like bleached hair. Because if you when you bleach hair, it can get damaged. So to protect it, you have to have some good products to like bring it back. So that's exactly what I did. So as you can see, while rinsing out the hair, the water is running like yellow, and that is showing you that the hair is stripping off the dark color that it had, like the natural black color. That's showing that the hair is stripping. So this is the Iron Moisture shampoo that I'll be using, and as I said, I'm going to list everything in the description of what I used, so don't worry about what I use. Just check the description bar. If I forget to mention something, I'll place it down there. Now that I'm done with all the washing and rinsing, I did use more products. I only showed one, but I used a lot of products. products. I'm going to list them in the description as I said before. So now that I'm done washing and rinsing the hair, I'm going to let it sit overnight and hair dry. I always let my units hair dry overnight unless I have a rush order, then I'll maybe put it under the blow dryer. So this is how the unit looks after it has been washed and hair dried. Now before we go any further, just look at these curls. Take a look at them. They're still there. They're not gone. They're still there. Just look at it after the hair has been bleached. So now I'm going to go ahead and start putting in the highlights. So to get the highlights, I'm going to be using the weaving method, and I'm going to do it like row by row, not row by row, but 2 rows each. I'm going to go do it like in rows of 2. Yes, that's exactly what I should say. I'm going to be doing it in rows of 2s, and I'll be using the weaving method, in which I go up, down, up, down. You're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. So all I'm going to do is just go ahead, mix up the BW2 powder with some cream developer, and I'll be making it like not too thick, not too runny again, and I'll be using a 20 volume developer. That's what I'm using all throughout this process, 20 volume developer. So I'm just, as you can see, I'm just teasing the back. I was trying to do this method, and then I was like, oh, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just stick to the evil that I know and just go ahead and do the weaving method. Because I want the 2 strands in the front to stand out, I want them to be lighter than the entire unit. So I forgot to do those 2 first, but you're going to see in the end where I went ahead and re-bleached them just to get them lighter. As you can see, I'm actually wearing some gloves in this clip instead of the plastic bag, because I found these in the Revlon box dies, and I'm also using some foil strip, and these I got them from Sally Beauty, and these actually helps the hair to lift a little faster when you use foil overall. It actually makes the hair lift way faster, because when you close it up and then it heats up, that's going to lift super fast. After I'm done adding my highlights, I'm just gonna let it sit and marinate until it gets to the color that I actually want. And as you can see, I'm looking at it and it's lifting super nice. So I'm just gonna go ahead, leave it for a couple of minutes and then rinse it out. With my hair, you don't have to leave it in for like an hour, 2 hours. No, just a couple minutes, like at most 15 minutes, and the hair will lift like to your desired look. Now I'm just going in and removing all the foil and before rinsing it out. So I'm going to take it to the sink, rinse it out, and I'm going to use all the products again. I'm going to use the iron, some shimmer lights, some biosilk. I'm just going to go ahead and rinse it thoroughly, ensure that all the bleach comes out, because you don't want to rinse it and leave some of the bleach in it and then it's going to still be there processing. That can ruin your style. And look at how beautiful the hair looks. It's not even toned yet. So now I'm gonna go in with the Cool Blonde I Am Purple Shampoo and the Shimmer Lights Purple Shampoo. So I'm gonna use both those to start like the toning process. This is not the full toning process. I'm just using it to start it off, to get rid of some of that brassiness, the yellowness, the orangeness that you see, just to set the tone for the what you call it, the Wella toners. And right here, I'm just taking a little clip for my Instagram story, so you guys can go ahead and check me out, Delicious, on Instagram. Now I'm going to go ahead and condition the hair using the Biosilk. I think it's a volumizing conditioner, and I'm going to go ahead, while conditioning, I'm going to let it sit a little bit to marinate before starting to detangle. So I'm going to start to detangle, and I'm going to work my way from the root, from the ends up to the root. So I'm just going to go ahead, use this brush. I don't know what it's a detangler brush, yes, and I'm gonna go from the hands up to the roots. Again, I'm gonna let it sit overnight and dry, and I like to let my hair and my units hang dry, or hair, whatever. I like to let them hang dry overnight. Now you're gonna see me going in and do the two. I'm gonna do more than two. I'm just gonna do the two strands in the front, and then I think two more in the back, because I want those to be lighter than the entire unit, as I said earlier. So I'm just gonna go ahead, lighten it a little more, and then rinse it out. And this process doesn't just happen overnight. It took me a couple of days to complete the unit, because I don't want to bleach the unit today like multiple times. I like to bleach them like once per day. Now I won't be rinsing out the entire unit. I'm just going to use rinse out the parts that have the bleach in it, and then I'm going to go in and moisten the entire unit before adding the toners. Now onto the final step before styling. I'm going to tone the unit. So I'll be using the Wella T18 and T14 toners, and I'm going to mix both together and then apply it all over the unit. So the same method that I use in which when I was bleaching the unit to get that base color that I want, that's the same thing I'm going to do with the toning process. So I'm just going to lay the wig flat and then go ahead and apply the toner all over the unit, going with the detangler brush, comb it through to ensure that I get it to all the strands basically, and then let it sit for like 20 to 30 minutes before rinsing it out. And the ratio for the toner is 1 to 2. So for every bottle of toner, the Wella toner, you use 2 bottles of developer. So whenever I pour the toner out, so when I pour 1 bottle of toner out, I just use that same bottle to measure the developer. So 1 bottle of toner, 2 bottles of developer. I'm just gonna go ahead, fold it up in that plastic bag, let it sit for like 20 to 30 minutes before rinsing it out. And when you come back, you're gonna see like it looks purple. That means the toner worked. So as you can see, the hair is all done, rinsed out, and ready to be styled. So for styling, I'm gonna go in with the African Pride mousse, and it's the curl enhancer. So I'm going to put it in the description also. So I just sprayed it in the unit, let it sit and air dry overnight. And voila, this is how the unit looks after it has been dried and styled, and all I have to do now is package it and ship it to the owner. And look at it, the ends are still intact, it doesn't look damaged or anything. And look at this gorgeous color. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to go ahead, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.